everybody, it's Jen again, and let's get caught up. And I'm out here trying to hit goals and just kill it. Hey everybody, do y'all remember me? Do y'all remember who I am? It has been a hot minute for sure. I'm actually heading home from work. This is on a Friday night. I'm hoping to film this vlog just catching up with y'all. I keep filming these and I thought I finally had one, and I left out so much just because these more freestyle talks I'm just trying to fit in on the drives and all of that. So let's see how this one goes. I also finally went out and bought another mic to hook into the phone. It's a little clippy do on my shirt here, and hopefully it sounds okay. So I'm kind of testing that as well. We're gonna fit it in where we can fit it in, y'all. this filming, right? But hello, I hope everybody is doing well. Had a good end to the last year, 2019, and a good start to 2020. Can y'all believe it's February already? WTF? Where did January go? Where did December go? What? I think the last time I checked in with y'all, I had just started making my job transition. So it's been a hot minute because that was the end of October. And I tell y'all what, I do apologize for not uploading stuff, and people have been noticing that I've pretty much gone radio silent on social media and stuff. And I tell y'all what, that last quarter of 2019 was bananas. So I have not been that busy in memory. I really haven't. So it was fun. So let's just get you caught up. Am I going to forget stuff? Probably, but hopefully I'll remember the more important stuff in this one. Let me see. And traffic's not too bad yet. I may pause it a few times if I get to a congested area, because I am actually in a somewhat city type setting here. And I'm also having the inner conflict of, do I want to stop and get coffee on the way home or not? I work tomorrow morning for a half day, so I may just do it tomorrow. But anyway, it just gets in my brain. So I had my job transition. I had to work out of 2 weeks at my other job, and then I had a week in between, and I started training at my new job, and which is going great, by the way. Let's just go on a little tangent. The new job is great. Of course, it's still work, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and be it's all sunshine and rainbows. It's a job, right? But all or almost all of the issues that I had at the other place, they don't exist. So it's just, in my opinion, a much better company. They're fully staffed. They're very smart about how they do their staffing. Their training is so much better as far as the more complicated aspects of the system goes. You're just not basically thrown to it, especially when you're working with sensitive things such as I am, privacy and stuff. So yes, it has been great. I don't have a sense of dread going into work every day anymore. That has been just wonderful. I tell y'all what, I did not realize how much I was affected the last couple years at the other job. I was having all these crazy aches and pains and all this stuff. And I start looking up symptoms of being under tons of stress and, in a toxic environment or something, and they fit everything. And I have not had hardly any shoulder pain since then. My whole side would hurt. I was getting massive headaches, all kinds of stuff, muscle swelling. Have not had it. About 2 weeks after I started this job, it was gone. I had this huge emotional release too that was just horrific. I hate showing any type of strong emotion. I'm an INTJ if you do the Myers-Briggs, but the job has been great. I worked with a great group of girls at the other place too, don't get me wrong. I got some ride or dies from that job, but I work with a really great group of girls now. They're all quite a bit younger than me, so it's kind of funny being the old one and realizing that they're talking about stuff and I have no idea what they're talking about. Or like the radio got switched to like 90s, 80s and 90s music today, and I knew all the songs, and I was like, oh son, it's music I know. And I'm like, I have turned into the people I used to look at like, ugh, when I was growing up. But anyway, so it's been growing great. They're so much more thoughtful with regards to their employees. I feel like I'm treated like a person. You know, if there's things going on in your life, they are so much more accommodating. You know, like if I needed to take a exam and I needed to take an extra 30 minutes on lunch one day, it's not the end of the world. So if I am sick and I can't come in, I'm not treated like a criminal, you know. It's just a whole nother story, whole nother day. I could get in to so many things about the situation I was in, but honestly, you know, I thought I'd be this person that was just all gung-ho and wanting to go on about everything, but to be honest, I just don't care. I'm just glad it's not my reality anymore, and it's not my problem. So it just was not for me, we'll put it that way. It was just not for me, because honestly, it doesn't do any good to go into more than that. But anyway, whole nother story, whole nother day. So in the middle of when I put in my notice at the other job, midterm started. And last semester, y'all, last semester about killed me. I swear all I did the last 3 months of the year was sleep, eat, go to work, and study. That is all I did. Nothing else. I mean, since the end of my finals, I've been catching up, you know, with that. But I had accounting 2 and philosophy, and there was so much reading and so many writing assignments for that philosophy class, y'all. I mean, it took up about all my time. It was crazy. So that, I had like all these papers due and all these projects due right in the middle of that. It was already a very tense and stressful time having to work out those 2 weeks in that environment. And yeah, fun times. I did have a week between when that job ended and my new job started, and we decided we were going to, me, because I'm crazy, decided that we were going to redo our kitchen cabinets, because we've been working on renovating the house and everything. And they are 40-year-old oak cabinets. They have been well used. I mean, they're at least 40 years old. Dad bought them in like 40 years ago from a salvage place. So they're oak, they're golden oak, polyurethane, and it is just, don't you merge over onto me, buddy. Okay, anyway, but it is just, it was an undertaking. So I get real irritated when I see these like cabinet redo videos and stuff, and they redo their cabinets in a day. Nah, like if I'm gonna go to all the trouble to redo these cabinets, I want the finish to outlast me. I want these cabinets, like if they ever tried to take a wrecking ball to my house, buddy, that paint is still gonna be on the cabinets, you know. So it's definitely a process. It was a lot of research. It took that whole week to just prep the cabinets and start getting them primed, like the facings and everything. Excuse me. And that has been an undertaking. We're toward the end of that, so we've been working on that since October, just because of my lack of time to be able to work on it. I do a little bit as I can and it gets done. Like if I had a ton of disposable income, one day I'd like to know what that's like. But if I had any disposable income, really, just to be able to pay a team to come in and knock that out in a week, I would like get the whole house done. But that's not my reality. We DIY everything. We're very thoughtful in how we do it, and we do it as we can cash flow it. So that was a big thing. Then when I started this new job, I pretty much jumped right into finals. So that about took me out too. Which I did end up, all that work I put in and all the other things that I just had to put on hold and sacrifice my time for, I did end up making, I had 100 in my accounting course, and I made an A in philosophy. So it was worth it, because again, if I'm cash flowing something like school and I'm putting myself through this with my own money, you bet your butt I'm going to get A's, because why bother? Otherwise, to be honest. I'm paying a lot of money, a huge percentage of my annual income to take these classes, so I am going to make good grades in them, you know what I mean? But, and then after that, we had Christmas and everything, and I was getting into the new job, which is a completely different system. It's a great system, but I went from basically working on the 1980s technology model to, we are on the forefront at this company of like financial technology, I guess you would say. So I went from everything being hard copies and done by hand and, rooms and rooms of records and everything, to like all digital all the time, all shortcuts, it's great. It's great, but woo boy, was it a transition. And just learning, I think it's almost harder when you're transitioning from a job in the same field, different companies, because everything's the same but different. So where I was kind of an expert in my area that I was coming from, and to start as a newbie, it's definitely been a challenge, but it's been great. Like I said, I love where I work now. It's awesome. I've been there now. Gosh, the end of this month will be 5 months. Right? November, December, January, February. 4 months. Okay. No, October, November, December. I don't know. I started toward the end of October. But anyway, I work in the financial field and I can't count to 5. Yay. But anyway, so that was pretty much that whole last quarter. And then me being stressful, I have figured out, guys, I do not do well in times of stress. Like, the house got wrecked. Like, I didn't clean any of my office or anything. I just piled stuff up. So it took me a couple weeks to get that in order. So I didn't do any art journaling, which is something I really love to do. I've just now finished a page. That's the first art journaling that I have done since October, probably. And I don't know. I'm weird. I figured out I'm one of these people. I have to have everything like cleaned up and in a place before I can be creative. I can't work in like chaos, and I can't do it. I want my page to be wonderful chaos, but not my environment. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think what all happened at the end of the year. It's just crazy. I got to apply for my graduation, so I'll be graduating this coming May, so that's exciting. And then I'll be bumped up to the next level of an accounting degree. So excited about that, because I love the accounting stuff. It's like taking general eds and stuff. While I understand the premise behind them, I don't necessarily agree with that premise. Although now I'm having to take a computer applications course, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. This is just stupid. I'm just having to take this just so. Lord, I just did my first test last night, and you do like a practice thing before it, and there's stuff on Windows I never knew. I've been using Windows for 30 years. Like, I never heard of task view. I don't use that crap, you know what I mean? So let me see. Oh, and just all kinds of stuff. The Action Center. I didn't know what the Windows Action Center was. I don't use that. I think it's like Windows 10 specific stuff. But anyway, so I think I'm actually going to get a lot out of that course. And I'm taking economics as well. which I actually have to show up for, which thankfully the campus is just less than 5 minutes from where I work. I love working in the city. That's another thing. I'm 5 minutes from an Aldi, 5 minutes from Kroger's. Like, it's so great. It's the city I used to go in all the time, if y'all remember from way back in the day when I would do haul vlogs. And when I would have to go to the hospital and stuff, it's that same city. And I wanted to work there for years because I just really like that area. And it's like you have all these stores, but it's kind of metropolitan, but not really. Like, you don't have to deal with a lot of one-way streets and crap, and y'all know what I mean, like old buildings that your car barely fits through and all that fun stuff. But what else have I been doing? Oh, one thing that's been kind of fun in my life is on Saturdays that I'm off, because I have to work usually about every other Saturday, me and Dad go and do our grocery shopping together, so it's really cute. Otherwise, we don't really get to spend any time together. It's kind of funny, despite living in the same house, we don't see each other. So that's kind of like a couple hours that we get to drive out, and we do our grocery shopping together, and I usually buy him something to eat, and we go up to Aldi and just have a good old time, right? And we've still been doing that. I was looking back through, because I shot a video on recapping 2019, which will be coming up soon, hopefully, where I went through month by month things that happened last year, just to recap on them, which is just crazy. But I went through like my Instagram, my bank statements, all this stuff, just to try to see what was going on. I like did an investigation on myself. And we've been doing the little Aldi trips for almost going on 6 months now, so that's been cool. It's been nice. We just go up there. It's a little something to do, and he just likes to drive over there, and it works. And I love Aldi. I mean, I love shopping there so much more than Walmart, but that's a whole nother story, whole nother day. I like the Walmart app, if that counts. Anyway, anything I can sit on my phone and order something right then and have it sent to my house, buddy, I am all about that life. But it's just been busy. And then after finals, I was so dang I don't know what you call it, just dead dog tired. I don't know. Like burnout, maybe. I don't know. It was just so much going on. And in that time of stress, I had gotten off my diet as well, so I had even less energy. And because again, I don't do well. Excuse me. I don't do well in times of stress, that I've learned. It's my trigger, whatever. It was just a rough time, y'all. And just, even me, I'm such an introvert. Even though I work with the public, like I talk to people all day, but I really don't like people. It's so funny how many people work with the public that hate people. I think almost most people that I've worked with like talk about, because when we're not at work, we're like not talking to people. It's like, don't talk to me, I have to detox from people, But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, just having to meet all these new people and introducing yourself, and and this company's very much on you getting involved in things. They have like clubs that you get into, and it's just a lot for me. Like, again, I'm an introvert, and that really drains me to do that, but I'm happy to do it. I'm all about growing as a person. I grew so much this last year, and when I went off my diet, I even grew physically, but it's just crazy to me. I need to do a video sometime of like me now versus 10 years ago, because it's just crazy. Like, as I say, like, as I've said before, you never know when your life's going to take a turn. So if things like really suck right now, they're not going to suck forever. They won't. They may suck in a different way, but it's not going to be the same like that forever. It's the same as like if your life is really good right now, really appreciate that. I don't know, I've had this weird thing this last year where things have just like been falling into place for me, and it's very odd because I'm not used to that. I'm used to like having to do an uphill battle for everything, and just to have things just work out. It's like I see a wall and then an opening. It's so weird. Like, I don't know, like with this job, with school, I've even been reconnecting with my family lately, like other family members. Like, it's so odd. I don't know. Like, I guess most people will be like, this is great, everything's, working out and it's all falling into place, I'm like, this is odd. I'll take it, but this is odd, I'm thankful for it, though. But, I don't know, y'all. It's been a wild few months. I'm glad I'm finally at the point now where I think I'm getting my schedule under control. I have my syllabi for my classes. And I kind of know what work is expected of me, and as long as I stay on top of it, I think we got this. I know now I can film a little bit before my class on Monday nights, and we'll get there, y'all. We'll get there. If not, we'll definitely try. That's a challenge I have for this year is, I don't know, I'll talk about that. I'm going to film a goals for 2020 video. And I also want to film one where I look back at goals that I set for last year and see how I did on those. Because a few I did not do so well, but some I just crushed. And I would like to make a video about that because I'm on YouTube, and why not, right? Well, I guess I'm on YouTube. Hopefully my channel's still there. I haven't even, I've not been getting notifications from the app or anything. So hopefully some of y'all are still here. If not, I'll just watch myself on my phone so I can get a view, right? But I don't know. It's been interesting. Oh, and I'm in bright red today. I don't dress in bright red most of the time. I try to wear like warm or cooler colors with my skin tone. But it was the American Heart Association we were wearing in honor of that today. So, it worked pretty good. The place where I work now, they do a ton of charity stuff. And a ton of, it's just good. Like, we food drives, they're so involved in the community. It's amazing. Which that reminds me, I actually have to figure out a place to volunteer. We get a volunteer day every year that we can put in, and, we get paid to go out and volunteer at a local charity. So I gotta look into that. I don't know. I know I'm forgetting stuff again because I filmed the last one and I didn't talk anything about my job, which is just funny to me. I don't know. I'm also thankful too because since I work tomorrow, I got let go early today. Because she was like, do you want to go ahead and go? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. If I ever say no, you check my temperature. Do I want more sleep? Yes, ma'am, I do. I don't know. Everything's going to work out, y'all. It may not always work out the way I think it's going to work out. Lord, most of the time it don't. But everything works out. And I look forward to getting back into vlogging and stuff again. I know I wanted to do budget videos and health videos, and I still want to do those because I am in a weird time with my budget. I have to start really squirreling away some money because my bachelor classes are coming up soon, and my costs are going to double at least for that. So it's pretty crazy. Which I was going to ask you, any of y'all that have gone to school or gone back to school, online, have any of y'all ever gone to Western Governors University? That's the one I'm looking at because it's in my price range and there's a Tennessee campus. We'll see. It looks pretty good. It has the same accreditation as some other big universities for accounting. So I think that's what I'll get into. Because I figure, again, if I'm going to go to the trouble I'm going to go to all the trouble. I'm going to get my CPA. So I want to have a job. Like, again, I say I want to know what it's like to have disposable income. Y'all just don't even know. That would be great. And just not have any worries about retirement. Gosh, I wish I could go back in time to my early 20s and fix that. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I just wanted to get on here and catch up with y'all so that I didn't just start randomly putting content out and didn't really check in. I have about 40 seconds of space left here. So I just, again, want to say I hope everybody's doing well. I'm still kicking. Dad's still kicking. The cats are still being their spoiled selves, and everything's just trucking along. We do it in our own time, own time, own pace, just in our own way, and it just is what it is. I mean, we're just trucking along. But I got 5 seconds left, so thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time.